Okay, we are kind of getting into the endgame here with Apple leaks and rumors, but one thing I haven't really talked about all too much, and I don't think I really made a dedicated video on it, is the Apple Watch Series 9. And there's a reason for that, because based on all the leaks and rumors we have right now, it sounds like we might be in for perhaps one of the smallest Apple Watch updates ever, which might beg into question of should you even buy an Apple Watch Series 9 or should you wait, and I hate to say it, should you wait for the Apple Watch Series 10, which sounds like it might be one of the most radical Apple Watch updates yet. So for this video, I want to go over, graciously I want to say everything, but I want to go over what's new with the Apple Watch Series 9, tell you my take on the whole Apple Watch situation in terms of updates, because let's be honest, the Apple Watch Series 8 wasn't really a major update either. And then I kind of want to give you some buying advice, depending on what Apple Watch you currently own, on whether the Series 9 might be a good product for you, or again, if you should just wait for another revision. So listen, the Apple Watch Series 9, the current rumors say that it is going to look very similar to what we've had on the past few Apple Watches. So it's going to be getting the same design as the Apple Watch Series 8, which in turn has the same design as the Apple Watch Series 7. So you can expect a display that's gonna go really edge to edge, 41 and 45 millimeter designs. It's still gonna come in aluminum and in more premium materials like stainless steel. The one new design change, I guess, which, I mean, it's not a design change, it's a color change for the Series 9, which I think a lot of people are actually gonna be pretty excited for, is this rumor of a new pink color. So I thought the colors on the Series 8 were actually pretty boring. Apple did a lot more with the Series 7. They had like a really nice green color on the Series 7 that they got rid of on the Series 8, and I was kind of disappointed with that. But on the Series 9, they are rumored to be introducing a new pink color. And I know you're probably going, okay, this guy's gonna talk about the color pink like it's some like big innovation. It's not, but I can see that being a very popular model for the Apple Watch. People love pink. The Barbie movie just went over big, right? So I can foresee a lot of people definitely buying a pink Apple Watch Series 9. In terms of upgrades to the Series 9, this is where it's gonna get a little bit disappointing. So right now, there are no new rumored health features, no major design upgrade rumors. There's not even like the older rumor that maybe they would replace the buttons on the Series 9 with a solid state button. The major upgrade for the Series 9, and this is a good upgrade, it's actually something Apple Watch upgrades have lacked for like the last 3 years, is an upgrade to the processor. Yeah, Apple hasn't updated the speed on the Apple Watch since the Series 6, so in 3 years, this is going to be the first Apple Watch with a new S9 chip, which actually comes with a power performance boost. The current Apple Watches are on a 7 nanometer design, believe it or not, and the iPhone 15 Pro is about to go over to a 3 nanometer design. But with the Apple Watch Series 9, it's going to be shrinking down that 7 nanometer process to the 5 nanometer process. That's the same process that is currently on the iPhone 14 Pro and actually the iPhone 14. So with that is going to come a speed boost, and also it's going to be more efficient, right? A 5 nanometer chip is more efficient than a 7 nanometer chip. So that could also mean that this Apple Watch is not only going to get faster, but it's also going to get more efficient. So that does bring an upgrade that a lot of people like, and that is an increase in battery life. I think the current battery life on the Apple Watches is pretty good, especially if you're like me and sporting an Apple Watch Ultra. But yeah, no one's ever gonna argue against more battery life. So if Apple can up the battery life on the regular models, if they can upgrade the battery life on the Ultra models, that is ultimately going to be a good thing for everyone. But in terms of rumored upgrades, that's kind of all we're looking at here. It's kind of like a Mac, right? Like sometimes you get a Mac and the only new upgrade on it is a processor bump. That's basically what we're looking at here for the Apple Watch Series 9. We are getting a processor bump upgrade. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing if you're in the market for a new Apple Watch, right? Apple is coming out with watchOS 10. This looks to be like one of the most major software updates to the Apple Watch yet. It changes the way a lot of things work within watchOS. You get a lot of new, really nice user interface elements. It's very colorful. A lot of information shown in your face. You got like this new widget system when you scroll on the digital crown, right? Like these are pretty big upgrades to the Apple Watch. And I'm guessing on this new Series 9 Apple Watch, maybe there might be some exclusive software features within watchOS 10. that can take advantage of that faster processor. I think Apple's going to need to do something like that to really build up hype around this watch. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a few software upgrades that are exclusive to the Apple Watch Series 9 that Apple just didn't announce at WWDC, because obviously the Series 9 hardware wasn't announced yet. And if you're an Apple Watch Ultra fan like me, well, again, this is a year where it's probably going to be that S9 processor upgrade. They probably aren't doing anything new to the outward design of the Apple Watch Ultra, but there is a big rumor floating around that there will be a second color option. So this is going to be coming now apparently in a black space titanium version, or whatever they end up calling it. So basically you're gonna have the silver titanium and a black titanium version of the Apple Watch Ultra. But again, no other major changes besides that. So if you bought an Apple Watch Ultra last year, you don't have to rush out and buy the Apple Watch Ultra 2. Especially if it's just for a color change. You're going to be fine with the current Apple Watch model. Only a crazy person would upgrade to the next Apple Watch Ultra, which is someone like me. But again, this is kind of my job. I have to review all the products, so it's not too crazy, but it's still a little bit crazy to be spending $800 on a new watch every single year. But that is the cycle that Apple has us in sometimes. So should you buy an Apple Watch Series 9? Well, that's not something I can confidently tell you completely without seeing the product. I want you to understand that this product isn't out yet. This is just leaks and rumors. But let's just say it turns out to be mostly true. I would say it depends, right? If you're on a Series 3 or older, you're not getting watchOS 10. If you're on an Apple Watch Series 4, there's been a lot of nice upgrades over the years that might have you going, okay, this is finally the year where I'm going to upgrade to an Apple Watch Series 9. But ultimately, if your Apple Watch is working fine, you aren't facing any issues with it, you don't see a personal reason to upgrade, well, yeah, don't upgrade, save your money, wait for the next revision. But if you need a new Apple Watch, if your current one isn't working well, if the battery life's bad, if you're not getting the latest software updates, well, yeah, Series 9, obviously, it's going to be a better time to upgrade than the Series 8, because at least you're getting a processor upgrade. But the thing that might stop you from upgrade is the rumors, and again, I want to stress these are leaks and rumors, it doesn't mean it's 100% true, of a major redesign coming to the Apple Watch Series 10. So the current rumor with the Apple Watch Series 10 is that it's going to feature a major design upgrade. One of those big upgrades might be a change to the Apple Watch band system. So currently on the Apple Watch, you have the band right here, you have the little button right here where you press it, and then it comes out easy, it attaches easy. But there are like physical connectors right here that pop into the Apple Watch. Well, apparently on the Apple Watch Series 10, that is going to be replaced with a magnetic band system, which does sound pretty cool. It might allow them to change how these bands connect to the Apple Watch. It might allow them to make the Apple Watch Series 10 perhaps even smaller or even thinner, because they don't have to accommodate the width of the current band system. But it could also be a bad thing as a current Apple Watch owner. If you have a lot of bands, I know I certainly do, are those bands going to work with the Apple Watch Series 10? Are they going to require an adapter or something like that? Current rumors from Mark Gurman say that Apple or a third party will probably release an adapter for them, but that's a probably, right? We have no idea of knowing how this new band system will work, and if it will require you literally getting rid of an expensive Apple Watch band connection. So even though that's kind of exciting and it can really change the shape of the Apple Watch, it could be a bad thing if you're really invested into the Apple Watch ecosystem. The other major rumor with the Series 10 is that it's going to switch over to a micro LED display. Now that is different from a mini LED display, and basically, just going over this really quickly, a micro LED display would have a lot of the same benefits as an OLED display, but without a lot of the cons. So one of the benefits with a micro LED display is apparently it can get around the same contrast ratios as an OLED display, but it can get even brighter. And then on top of that, a micro LED display would not have the cons of an OLED display. Particularly, it should not suffer from burn-in, which does happen sometimes on OLED displays. Although, to be fair, I've never had a burn-in issue on my Apple Watch or even on any of my iPhones. But yeah, micro LED, it's a better technology than OLED. It's also more energy efficient, I believe, so it could even help save on battery life for the Apple Watch, which is always really great. So that will be a big display. That will be a big hardware change for the next generation of Apple Watches, and that might be something to really look forward to. The other big rumor, and it's almost kind of like it's rumored every year, But apparently Apple is really aiming to get that blood glucose monitoring available on the Apple Watch Series 10. They really want to make a big splash with it. I don't know if that will ever come out, or I mean, I assume it'll come out. Apple's working really hard on it. I don't know if it'll come out with the Apple Watch Series 10. It seems like a hard problem to solve, but basically what Apple really wants to do is they want to introduce a non-invasive way to measure your blood glucose. It's going to really be an amazing, a groundbreaking health feature. It's going to help out a lot of people, especially if you have like diabetes, but even for like normal everyday use, measuring your blood glucose can actually be pretty helpful. So that would be just an outstanding feature if Apple can get it done. And if you potentially need something like that, yeah, you're definitely going to be in the market for an Apple Watch Series 10 when it comes out. But basically, those are all the rumors about the Apple Watch Series 9 and perhaps the more substantial Apple Watch Series 10. But again, take those Series 10 rumors with a grain of salt. The Series 9 isn't even out yet, so you do have to be cautious going into this. And I hope I always let you know that. But hopefully you found this video helpful either way. Let me know in the comments below. Are you excited for the Apple Watch Series 9? Do you think that Apple isn't doing enough with these Apple Watch upgrades? Or do you kind of agree with me that it's an accessory and it doesn't have to be a groundbreaking change every time? As always, if you liked the video, leave me a like. If you want to see more, make sure you're subscribed. I am so hyped for iPhone season this year. Like I said in my iPhone 15 video, I'm kind of planning to do a few giveaways, and one of the criteria for that is going to be a subscription to the channel. So if you've made it this far, you might want to do that. So I'll announce more details, though, when we are past the iPhone event, when we actually get these products in hands and I have something to give away. This is just kind of like a warning. But yeah, hopefully you liked the video. Give me a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everyone.